What's going on, everyone? It's Greeny here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at my top altcoin picks, my top crypto investments for 2024. If you like what you see, subscribe down below, smash that like button. It helps me grow as a content creator. Make sure you turn on that notification bell because that means you can stay up to date with my daily crypto videos. I'm also running a sale on my private alpha group. This will probably close soon, so if you are interested in joining this group, please reach out over Twitter DMs and I'll respond to you ASAP. Today we're looking at the best investments for 2024 in crypto. As you can see here on the screen, I've allocated it into 6 different categories: Solana, Avalanche, gaming/GambleFi, AI/data, memecoins, and layer 1/DeFi. The reason I separated for this is because I believe each of these narratives will be strong narratives in 2024 and reap the best rewards for your crypto investments. As you can see underneath, I've allocated a certain amount of weighting based on my conviction. These can obviously be flexible depending on what you are wanting to do with your portfolio. As you can see here on the screen as well, I have allocated at least 20% to Ethereum and BTC. Obviously, they are the main cryptocurrencies out there and they should be treated as stables within your crypto portfolio. Lastly, cash, 5%. It's always good to have a bit of cash on the side for those liquid plays, whether it's a new altcoin that you want to get into, whether it's leverage trading, whether it's a meme coin that you just want to splash a bit of cash at, etc., etc. I want to have a bit of cash on the side to stay liquid in case there's a good opportunity or a good dip in the market to pick up my favorite altcoins. Lastly, we'll talk on NFTs at the end. I have separated them from my altcoin portfolio just because they are sort of underperforming when you consider it against other altcoins in this market. However, I do have exposure and I do think you would like to have exposure to NFTs moving into 2024. All right, the first category, Solana. So if I unhighlight this, we're going to go through each one separately and discuss the tokens that are inside of there, okay? So as you can see here, there's no doubt that Solana wants to be one of your top holdings this coming cycle. It's already outperformed a lot of the rest of the market, and there's reasons for it, okay? DeFi is heating up, NFTs are heating up, etc., etc. People are building on there. People are getting airdrops on there, okay? You want to have exposure to Solana. Within that ecosystem, obviously, Ray and Orca are your top dexes, and they are seeing an insane amount of liquidity enter them every single day, okay? People are using those swaps every single day, so there is money trickling into that ecosystem / trickling into those tokens, and I think they continue to outperform. Ray itself is up another 20% today, I'm pretty sure, okay? Lastly, we have PEPE. Now, PEPE is very similar to Link, okay? It's an Oracle platform that can do a heap of different things for the Solana ecosystem. This, again, was an airdrop to us as Mad Lad holders, okay? That's an NFT on Solana that I will talk about later, but I received the PEPE airdrop, and I do think that the PEPE token is one of your top altcoin picks on the Solana ecosystem. The second ecosystem, the second category is Avalanche. As you can see here on the screen, obviously, Avalanche is going to be your top holding in that ecosystem, okay? Like I said about Solana, people are moving to Avalanche to trade, okay? People are developing on there. We have the interests of people like Alex Becker and Elio Trades and so many people talking about Avalanche, so it's a no-brainer to have that within your portfolio. Underneath that, obviously, you want to have some of those altcoins because, in theory, a lot of those altcoins will outperform Avalanche as a whole, okay? Obviously, Joe's on there. Joe is Trader Joe, so that's your DEX that you can trade using Avalanche, okay? So that's for meme coins. You can swap NFTs on there, you can stake, you can do lots of different things on that platform. So I'm super bullish about Joe. Again, it started to pump over the last couple of weeks. Beam, it's been outperforming a lot of the rest of the market, okay? It's a huge gaming narrative. It's a huge platform that can onboard some potential new tokens in gaming, but also new tokens on the Avalanche ecosystem, so definitely be sure to check out Beam. Lastly, Shrapnel. Okay, Shrapnel is this first-person shooting game that is just going to wrap the world Web3 gaming narrative like entirely, okay? And so it's been an absolute tear for the last month or so, and I've definitely been having that in my portfolio for next year, okay? Category 3, we have GambleFi and gaming. Now, as you can see by the blacked out data here, it's actually my largest category. However, it's 20% weighting, so it still is the same as Solana, sorry. And I would break this up within the different tokens that you can see on the screen. So as you can see here, we have Vulcan Forge. Okay, I've spoken about that quite regularly. It's a huge gaming narrative. They've created their own blockchain. They've got their own platform for several different games. I think there's like 10 games on there. They have heaps of users, like tens of thousands of users using that platform every day. Like, it's a no-brainer, okay? The gaming ecosystem as a whole is exponentially going to grow in 2024, so you need to have exposure there. Nakamoto Games, okay, I've spoken about that one as well. It's a big platform as well that have been embedding some games onto there. Okay, again, its home token has been outperforming a lot of the rest of the market as well the last couple of months. Immutable X, I've spoken about that as well. Okay, I've been trading that a lot, but also I hold that in my core portfolio because it is a huge platform for NFT marketplace, for gaming, and again, it hits that narrative of gaming that Alex Becker and Elio Trades are talking about. Okay. Big time, super cool game that you can check out in your own due diligence. Okay, it's one that I've had exposure to recently, which is very similar to the Illuvium token down the bottom as well. So I'll speak about that. That's a game that I also want to have a little bit of exposure to because those two could outperform other things if people start to play those games. Okay. Lastly, we have Super and Magic. Okay, so Magic is looking to expand into its own ecosystem away from Arbitrum. So again, I want to have a little bit of exposure to something like that because I do know the amount of people that trade on Magic is quite high daily. Okay, Super follows the same narrative as Immutable X. Okay, and has been on an absolute tear the last month or two. Okay. Lastly, we have Gamblify. Now, my only allocation for this at the moment is Rollbit. Okay, Rollbit are burning tokens. They have super good token supply and tokenomics. Okay, they have a massive platform that has been again gone up. Token has gone up on an absolute tear, but the platform is being used every single day, and people love to have a punt. Okay, you're speculating right now by being in crypto. Okay, and people like to speculate even further, and that's why Rollbit is in my portfolio. All right, category 4, AI and data. Now, as you can see, these are slightly lower allocations, okay? We have Render, okay? I've spoken about that previously in other videos as well, but Render is all about rendering platform, AI technology around games, around different technologies that you can have in Web3. So that's a bullish token for me. Injective, huge potential. It's already been on absolute tear. It's a different layer 1, but it also has AI embedded into it. NFTs on Injective have been on absolute tear the last couple of weeks as well. So be sure to check that one out. Ocean again hits that AI/data narrative, and obviously Akash network as well also hits on those narratives. Make sure you do your own research on those. Category 5, obviously, I love to have a punt on meme coins, okay? But these are my 3 top holdings, okay? I've held BONK for quite a while, I've held DOGE for quite a while, and I did get PEPE exposure recently. My thinking for those is obviously DOGE could be integrated on X, so that's my main theory there, as well as the chart looked really good. PEPE, same again, the chart looked really good, but also it's a hedge against DOGE in case the more recent meme coin starts to pump. And then lastly, BONK, obviously Solana is my main sort of bet this cycle, so I want exposure to the top meme coin on Solana and have for a while, okay? Lastly, we have layer 1/DeFi. Obviously, there's a couple tokens in here that I have allocated. So we have Celestia, which is TIA. Again, it's starting to take off as its own blockchain, okay? Definitely look into TIA. I think it's underexposed to people trading on there, people farming airdrops, people actually using it as a platform, okay? So be sure to check out TIA. Rune, I picked up Rune recently. Again, it's been on absolute tear recently because of its ecosystem and the way that it's been trading as a layer 1 and that sort of side of things. So again, check out Rune. Link as an oracle, okay? Link has been on an absolute accumulation zone for such a long period of time, and similar to the PIF narrative that I spoke about earlier in the Solana ecosystem, I think Link is one that you just want to have exposure to. It's a great token that has embedded itself into so many different facets of Web3. The last 2, obviously we have Cardano. Now, I haven't actually spoken about Cardano before because I have been keeping it sort of under the radar just because I know that Solana and AVAX are my favorite layer 1s, but Cardano is starting to heat up again, so you want to have a little bit of exposure there. And obviously the last token there that we have is Casper. I've had Casper for a long time, but again, it's cooled down, which it rightly so needed to do. But obviously you want to have exposure to Casper as that competitive layer 1 to Bitcoin, okay, as a faster block rate compared to Bitcoin by quite a considerable amount. Now, if we have a look down the bottom, obviously we have NFTs. Now, as I said before, above are the tokens that I like to have exposure for 2024 are under those 6 narratives that I spoke about. So Solana, AVAX, gaming, AI, meme coins, and layer 1s. Now, NFTs, you want to have exposure there because they are the ones that could go 100x, okay? Mad Lads are already up an insane amount. Claynos are slowly moving up, but Doggos are the ones that I also have exposure to on Solana. I was picking them up for 1 to 2 sold. They pumped to 10 sold just last week, okay? Little pudgies in the ETH ecosystem, so I want to have exposure to ETH and Solana NFTs just because both could definitely go up, okay? Now, little pudgies, again, we were accumulating them at 0.35 ETH. They're now at about 1, okay? They pumped to 1.25, so you want to have exposure to the true utility side of NFTs, and that's where I'm placing my bets for next cycle, okay? And lastly, Shrapnel Operators, which hits on that narrative that I spoke about earlier in the video about Shrapnel as a token, okay, within that AVAX gaming ecosystem, and they are the only NFTs I'm currently looking at. But obviously, as I have over there on the side, question mark, I am always looking for potential NFT plays that could reap some insane rewards. I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to comment down below if you agree with my tokens, if there's some tokens that you think I need to include as well, okay, that I might need to do some further research on. Be sure to smash that like button. It helps me grow as a content creator. Subscribe as well so you can stay up to date with my daily crypto videos. Again, I'm running that sale in my crypto alpha group, so if that is something you're super interested in joining, reach out over Twitter DMs. I'll probably be closing that once we hit the new year. So thanks again for being here. As always, take care, and I'll see you again soon.